Shalom, give all praise, Yahbashim, Yahshabashim, Rakakadash. Honors to elders, men, truth on down, like-minded ones who teach the truth of knowledge, so we know this truth of knowledge. And the Wadi Yahbashim Yahshua put in the spirit, elders, apostles, men, truth on down, like-minded ones relating to this truth of knowledge, so we know this truth of knowledge. And call Yahbashim, Yahshabashim, Rakakadash. Give all praise, Yahbashim, Yahshabashim, Rakakadash. This relates to various news reports, a lot of news. You have a penumbra, which is a shadow, partial shadow covering, relating to a moon, what do they call it? Blood moon, which they call it. There's a name, I just seen it. Here we go, a worm moon. So it's a worm blood moon. Peak of the worm moon will be on March 25th at 03 Eastern Time. Precise moment when the Earth's satellite will be positioned behind our planet and the sun, allowing its face to be fully illuminated in a dazzling spectacular. So this would be a worm moon, a worm blood moon. A penumbra lunar eclipse. And you have something that on April 8th too as well, man. You know what I mean? So scripture talks about in 21, I'll paraphrase it, but I'll get the scripture a little willing. You should fearful sight and signs from the heavens. So these signs relating to different signs the Lord is sending, man, as warning, man. For example, the blood moons and different types of eclipse. Let me see what we got here. Penumbra lunar eclipse passed quietly 24-25, which is the day in the Mar. This is a full worm moon. So it's a worm moon because you have all types of moons. Wolf moon, all kinds of names. Penumbra is pretty much a shadow, partial shadow covering. You had 2,400 earthquakes in Canada. You have what else you have? Some other report. You have an incident with Russia relating to that concert, where a certain group is claiming responsibility for that incident. You have this more news. Trump has to make, for example, bail by Monday, a certain relating to the civil fraud. He has to make pay that certain amount. I believe it's like 464 million by tomorrow in that civil fraud case. Or they video I was looking at, they can, options to probably access certain things, even freeze his accounts and different things. I seen that on a report earlier. You know what I mean? So at their discretion. Let me get on Luke 21. Also relating to, because most of his assets are related to real estate, so they can get access to his accounts, maybe taking forfeiture, forfeiture in his properties, his properties as collateral to, pay that, what he has to pay. And different things, different other entities relating to his business, man. Let's get Luke 21 and let me see. going to start at 34. Let me see. Here we go. This is the one I want. I'm going to read 34 too. That's an important one. And therefore shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. You see the signs in the sun and the moon specifically, and in the stars, and upon the earth distresses of nations, perplexity, the sea, and waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for the fear, and for looking upon those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. They're going to be moved out of this axis, drunken like to and fro, moving to and fro, and relating to these different things, signs that's happening on earth, man. So the people are going to be in a certain place. Scripture talks about be not dismayed as the heathen, man. You know what I mean? Let me get that scripture, man. Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10. It's 10th chapter. Because the heathen are going to be dismayed, man. Scripture talks about Revelations 1, talking about all eyes shall see, even ones that pierce them, man. So they're gonna give, their hearts are gonna be in fear. Their hearts and their mind are gonna be in fear of the things that's gonna come upon the earth, man. 10 and 1, 10 and 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the ways of the heathen, and be not dismayed relating to the signs of the heavens. For the heathen are dismayed at them. So they're going to be dismayed at them. And even 2/3 of our people are going to be dismayed at it, relating to the different things that's to come, man. Let me get back to Luke 21. 34 talk about what was that one I wanted? 34. Here we go. Take heed to yourself, unless at any time your hearts, which is your minds, be overcharged, surfeiting, in drunkenness and cares of this life. Remember, we use this world but don't abuse it, man. In manner of speaking. So you be not entangled with the affairs of this life, man. Read that again. Take heed to yourselves, unless at any time your hearts will be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. So when they say peace and safety, then what? Sudden destruction, man. You know what I mean? So watch. Not when the hour relating to when the Son of Man. It's telling you to be paying attention, be circumspect, and not as fools as wise, redeeming the times because the days are evil. So you have to be in a certain mindset relating to being sober, but being most of all vigilant, being awakened from a spiritual aspect, especially carnally and spiritually, but specifically spiritually, man, because things are going on. Otherwise, you're going to be taken unawares if you're not paying attention, man. That's 34 of that was Luke 21 and 34. That's what that goes to. Let's get some more. Let's get some more news. Get some more news. You had a report on the Sun. I'll get some reports on that. On the Sun report, talking about what's his name? The Ukrainian president, prime minister, talking about Zelensky, talking about calling Vladimir Putin a rotten bastard for trying to put the blame on them relating to that incident, man. You know what I mean? That was on the Sun report. Let me get some Sun reports real quick. Here we go. There's some reports relating to the sun. Just a few of them. Roared 3 fear spirals after Vladimir Putin missiles roared into Polish airspace during Ukraine blitz. You have, let me say, this is the Sun, U.S. Sun reports. This is for educational purposes, information only, not benefiting financially. And not benefit financially from this at all. Don't want to either. Have no desire of it. This is for under the Fair Use Act, 1976. Fair Use Act relating to for educational purposes specifically, information purposes. Let's continue. Disturbing videos of Chinese cops snatching and shipping prisoners 6,000 miles to Beijing on a charter plane. There's a report said the axis of evil relates to China, Russia, China, North Korea, Iran. Their emergence coming together. And Putin staying in power, you know what I mean? Longer than Stalin. That was a report. So he's back in power. Continuation. You have the morning relating to those victims, 133 plus relating to that the incident that a certain group claiming be involved in. That was in Russia, relating to that concert. You have Putin's cops parade ISIS individuals who deleted 137 in Moscow after chopping one's ear off and feeding it to him. Over. Some more reports. These are MiG fighters intercepted 2 U.S. supersonic bombers as Putin's forces accused them of heading for the thing. And believe something with Poland too relating to their airspace. So the tensions are brewing up. Bloodthirsty fanatics are now new empire of blank. And the war rage of Sudan. Sudan's having a war too. Example of that. Khartoum. You got Chad, Tanzania, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Judea, Khartoum, Eritrea, Ethiopia, South Sudan, Darfur, one of the major cities, Angola, Al-Fashiyar. Then you have, let me see, related to the Sudan unrest there. Knowing this, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Scripture talks about there should be earthquakes and uproars of the people. So you see an uproars of the people. Haiti, you know what I mean? Continuation with that. Here's that I was talking about earlier. Trying to blame Ukraine for that incident. You have this one shows a little bit of relating to that. Then you have continuation relating to in Haiti, the violence in Haiti. Give you examples of that. And you have relating to dramatic moment of barrage of missiles blitz occupied Crimea as explosion rips through Russian airfield. So it's the tensions with that. You still have, and this relates to relating to that incident in Russia. You have Putin rubbished UK, the U.S. warning, so dismissed it pretty much in a matter of speaking, relating to imminent, pertaining to that incident, relating to the concert incident massacre. So there's a few reports relating to that. That was that lady, Vyoko Komishevska. Golioko Komishevska city. That relates to that, related to that. What else we have? That's the Sun report. We had an incident with, so much news to keep up. Let me see. Let me get back to where see if I find that news. Here we go. There's Chester, PA, missing girl recovery after 6-year-old. You have, let me see. Heavy snow, the Midwest. As you having a pattern of snow in the Midwest moving, I believe, towards the east. So heavy torrential weather. You've been seeing animals get more comfortable around humans, such as this, mountain lions attacks. Scripture talks about let me find the scripture real quick. See if I can find it. Here we go. Job, let me see if it's the right one. No, that's not it. Scripture talks about the foundations will be moved out of course, and also animals, they're gonna be out of their place, man. You know what I mean? So you see animals getting more familiar in areas that they normally wouldn't be so comfortable in. starting to come out. You know what I mean? Everything's changing. Animals getting closer and more comfortable around humans. Bears, mountain lions, and different forms of animals, man. Let me see, see what's up, more news. Relates to suspends U.S. Senate campaign. Talks about video why Trump will never file for bankruptcy. Russia launches major strikes on Ukraine. You're seeing that. Excuse me. Speaker Mike Johnson over negotiating the House Democrats. Shows video. Here's a video shows the moments around the Delhi Broad Ripple Bar shooting. Thousands New Hampshire's residents in the dark after major storm. So you seeing power outs. It's cold up there. Power outages and different things. Continuation relating to snow. Different things going on. Tragic discovery ends searching for a Missouri student. Supreme Court hears the arguments battle over abortion pills. This relates to rainfall related to Massachusetts. Qatar cautiously optimistic about progress Gaza ceasefire. Let's see what else we have. Guess this is live here video related to that worm moon I was talking about earlier. Related to that worm moon. Then you have let me see. Hundreds of Cuban protests. There's something here. Worsening economical crisis. You know what I mean? So you're seeing that. You're seeing a lot of protests. Scripture talks about there shall be sedition. You know what I mean? Second Esdras, you get Second Esdras 15. Second Esdras 15. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein. It's a warning, man. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall fight against stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. That relates to race. That relates to tensions between. It could be race wars, individual, group, sects in the group, individuals or groups or sects against other sect groups. You know what I mean? Different types of people. People fighting against one another, man. Using what? The sword, the gun, man. We go to 2nd Esdras 13. Second Esdras 13. We also go to Isaiah 19 and 2, relating to the Egyptian versus the Egyptian, kingdom against kingdom. We'll get that one too, real quick, because we in the time a lot of division. Think not that I come to send peace, but rather division, man. So the Lord has sent a certain spirit on earth, man, relating to upon the people, where it's going to be division, man. You've seen that through civil unrest, commotion, disturbances, insurrection, violent uprising. You're seeing different things. Here we go. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, one realm against another, man. So that goes to race wars, man. That goes to race wars. That goes to different groups of people fighting other different groups of people. The realm relates to a sovereignty or kingdom, man. A monarch or empire, man. Domain, sphere, area, field. You know what I mean? Kingdom, a realm. This realm here, pertaining to this rulership, is a kingdom, man. So that was 2nd Esdras 13 and 31, I believe. Isaiah 19, since I quoted it, go to that real quick. Isaiah 19. And 2. I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian, citizen versus citizen, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. You know what I mean? So that's the division that's going to be set upon the people, man. Fight one another, man. The race wars are an example of that, man. That's going to happen. You know what I mean? Especially when this economy crashes and normal functionalities no longer exist, man. You know what I mean? So these people are going to act a certain way, man. They're not acting like that because everything is still somewhat normal. You know, you can still do certain things, but that's going to change. You know what I mean? The true nature is going to be brought out. It's not being brought out now because you still can function in this society, man. You know what I mean? But that's not always going to be. Let's continue to go on. A lot of people don't believe what these scriptures says. See, when the financial collapse, that dollar, when it transitions to a new form, a new transition, you know, pertaining specifically to Revelations 13, then you're going to see a whole different animal in this society, man. You know what I mean? Because right now, there's nothing happening. It's still normal. You know what I mean? Especially here. But that's going to change, man. You know, especially from an economical aspect. When you see the financial go down, everything else goes with it. So this was just a few scriptures relating to that. You got an incident. Let me see. I'll try to remember. Yeah, this is just a few things relating to that. So give all praise Yahweh Bashem Yahshua Bashem Rakakadash. I hope this helps, relate to information and different things. Hope it helps in some way, inshallah. Zayah Wolf, shalom.